got some side control attacks this week. So, sit down.
Which way are you on?
This is fine. So once we have him here, I want control of his head. I want to turn that head the other direction. I want this elbow on his hip, and I want to be underneath this arm, obviously for multiple reasons. Today we're gonna start with an arm bar drill, but we're gonna work various different things this week. Okay, whether it's positionally moving to the other side to attack the other part of his body when he tries to get the knee off his stomach, or different chokes and such from these positions. So when I'm here, I'm gonna go to knee on belly. I'm gonna pop up with control. I could either keep his collar with my knee on his stomach, hand on his hip here, or I can kind of hold his head if I want as I come up. I don't want my leg too far out once I come up because I want to be able to move. All right, so if I'm just holding him here, I might stick it way out. Otherwise, I'm gonna pop up a little bit more like a 90-degree angle so that I can move easy. All right, what I'm looking for, any kind of grips, I could just post off of them too. I'm looking for him to attack this knee. When he goes to push it, that's what I want. So as he pushes and turns to his side, my hand's gonna pummel, elbow goes into his rib, and I'm gonna cup here on his tricep. So I'm gonna kind of scrape here, all right? Now I'm gonna immediately step over his head here, right at his neck. I want my Achilles there, and then I'm just gonna spin here. I wanna keep this 45-degree angle if I can. This is gonna really stretch his shoulder and chest out as I sit back for the arm lock. He's got a long way to go if he tries to turn. So if he tries to turn towards me, no, I'm sorry, running me. Running me. He's got a long way to go, so I have a lot of opportunity to work that elbow. All right. Also gives me opportunity if he does get turning. So he turns right into an omoplata attack off of his counter. Control the head, pop up, and I'm looking for him to go into that knee. When he does, I'm gonna shoot the hand. So like a shovel, right through here, armpit, scoop. See how it's tight? I'm using my elbow and that tricep grip to move him to his side. I don't wanna attack it like this. Also look at my balance, not very good. Here, I can use my hand if I want, turn, here. And I'm pulling this arm tight, stretching his chest. Grab the wrist, he's already tapping. Very steep angle on the arm bar. I'm pinching my knees together. My left foot is underneath his back. Very important, all right? It's really setting the angle on this arm lock, okay? Do it from tight. Do it from the side. So I'm tight, pop up, he goes to post, catch, here, real tight, go to my arm lock. Make sure when I get it, hold the wrist, reinforce it, elbow high, okay? Pull the arm tight, all right? If I want to eliminate the running man escape, a la Dustin Dennis style, get that thumb, okay? Once I have that, there's no way he can turn. Any questions on that? All right, what I want to do is make it more of a drill. So we'll start on one side, I pop up, he goes, here, catch, finish. We'll come up on the other side, pop up, catch, tight, get your finish. And keep cycling through it that way with your partner. You want to be good on both sides on this one. Good? Any questions?
Yeah, the heavier guy that you can't just get up, right? Or he stays flat on his back because he knows it's coming. Can you
There's other options.
Okay.
But we want to use leverage to move him too. Part of the problem, I'm not even going to go for it if he's sitting like this.
Yeah.
He's got to address getting this knee off of him. Right now I'm scoring on him for competing. Okay? So he has to get the knee off, right? Whether he comes to bump it with his knee, he's going to need this arm to come up. And that's my opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Okay? If he's not helping me, So he's pushing, but he's not really coming up on the side. Scoop here, drop the elbow in him, right? Rotate him, okay? Use a little bit of the leverage. See how his arm bends? So go for my knee. Here, use that elbow. It's almost like a Kimura type grip. His arm is in here, so you're pressuring against that, and you can use that to kind of rock him up. Okay. If for some reason it's just not working, drastic difference in size, we've got other avenues to pursue. All right.
So when you step across the head,
Yeah.
is there a certain spot you're trying to get your ankle to?
Yeah, I really like to get my ankle right on his neck, like my Achilles. So here, turn, right. I want to put it right behind his neck, here. And I'm going to spin on the ball of my foot. Notice how I stay up the whole time. That's the important part. Pinch my knees tight, get your finish. What we don't want, and I see it a lot, is the spin and I sit down here. I'm going the wrong direction. See how I'm landing on my hip, falling away from him? This is not good. I have no control here. Does that make sense? All right, good? Just take turns going through each side and keep switching. Keep the pace up once you get the motion down. All right? All right, get your partners. All right. Something I saw with a lot of folks, for the most part, everybody's doing it really good. But we're gonna look at what happens when, maybe when he comes up, he tries to get to that knee, but he's not giving me a big pocket to get my hand in. Rather than forcing it, I'm gonna take what's there. All right? So from this knee on belly, he comes up, but he keeps this tight. So he's just trying to come up right here. Like maybe he's trying to bump me or turn this into an underhook, right? And I don't really have anything for me to, rather than sitting here and forcing it, that's not gonna work. Okay, there's just too much time, he knows it's gonna happen. He'll go right back to his back if he has to. Okay, back up a little bit. This way. All right, so if he comes up and doesn't give me that option, maybe it's not there, I'm just gonna take his back.
Yeah.
All right, so instead I might just post on that elbow, or post on the hip. I'm gonna take a step, and then this knee's gonna hit the mat. As that happens, the right leg has to follow, and this elbow goes in front of his hip. So it's gonna be here, and I land, I'm behind him, okay? So from here, I'm against his back, I can get my seatbelt, and I can take his back here, okay? If I can't get that hand in on there in the first shot, I'm probably not gonna get it, all right? So I want you to be mindful, it doesn't mean that we can't do something there, we just need to go for what's available, what he gives us. So if it's not there, that's fine. Here, behind him. Remember, stay low on him so he can't get his back turned back into me, right? Turn to your stomach. I have that hip control. All right, my elbow's closed and my knee is against his back. So it's hard for him to get the rest of the way, but also grab the back of his collar. Okay. Get my seatbelt, that knee high, and then I sit into him, right? So from here, step over, get my control. Any questions?
So if they're being like really tight with that elbow to the rib and you're still having trouble, do you have any tips to open that up to get your underhook through there from the back?
No, I'm probably just gonna take his back.
I'm saying like once you're at the back.
Oh,
If they're still being like just super tight and you can't.
well, it won't be that difficult, but there's different ways. I'll do it one more time on this side and then I'll address that. So, you see here he comes up, it's kind of tight, right? Little step, knee to the mat, spin, okay? I'm behind him, right? Controlling, turn this way. So, keep as tight as you can, okay? It's really hard for him to stop it, but he may stop me getting my actual seatbelt, okay? So if that happens, I'm in tight, I'm controlling what I can. See how I got his arm? He's got both hands involved, right? I work on controlling, okay? So now I kind of have a Kimura grip. And at any point I can switch back to my seatbelt or just keep this, okay? And from here, I do the same thing. Here. Makes it very difficult, even if he uses his knee to stop the back take. I have control of that arm. He can't get that elbow where he wants it. Okay. All right. Any questions on the position? How we get to it?
Spin around one more time.
Yeah.
So it's knee, foot, knee, spin.
Yeah. So I'll do it slow and then I'll do it quicker. So he turns, right? Just a little step here. This knee's gonna hit the mat. This elbow goes to the other hip. My right leg's just gonna follow. So I post. Let this follow all behind me. Okay. Comes up. All right. And from here, working on getting that seatbelt. All right. Any questions? All right, get your partners.